Hello everyone. For today's video, I just wanted to emphasize on the importance of reviewing your own games. I usually say that you should review the games that you lose, right? And that's right. That's the best thing to do. You should always analyze the games that you lose. Although that's pretty much the only one that we don't review, because we usually review the ones that we win, and the ones that we lose, we usually just go on to play the next game and we don't review the game right away. I have done that too, and I usually, for some of my videos on my road to 2300, you've noticed that it's like a different day when I'm reviewing those games, right? But I still do it. It's just not right after, right? Because I just want to go into the next game and play and try to win, and that's a mentality that we share, right? But today I wanted to focus on the importance of reviewing games, and I'll be showing you a game that I played on CoachVChess. And this is the nice thing about this, is that in the live streams that I've been doing, a lot of people have been liking the fact that we review games from people like together, and we usually review games without the engine, which is super nice because that gives you a time for you to go over the game again and not using the engine yet, but try to win it, right? So I try to focus on like, let's try to win this game by reviewing it without engine and like talking together, you know? So let me go on this. This is a game from CoachVChess. And I guess you can see, yeah, the rating is about the same as my chess.com one. I think it's actually lower than my chess.com. Okay. And I wanted to review this with you guys. I mean, just go over the game again. And the important thing about reviewing things, because once we review these things, we can get a good idea of plays that we could have done better or things like that, you know, like maybe we won but we had a checkmate in 2 or whatever, you know, we missed this thing. So if we can go over these ideas, that'd be great. So I just wanted to show you guys this game. It'll be kind of like a game review, but focusing on things that could have gone better, right? So one thing that you can do is, like, I know a lot of people play on CoachVChess, a lot of people play on chess.com, you know, and it depends on what you like. Some people like their chess.com rating better, so they come to CoachVChess to just, you know, play and practice more. That's what I use CoachVChess for. I like to practice here. No stress. I'm not super stressed about my rating on CoachVChess, really. I just like to play a lot, to practice and things like that. So okay, so after d4, my opponent just goes for g6 right away, going to a Queen's Gambit line against the modern, and my opponent allows for me to just control the whole center. So here, let's start reviewing things, right? So this is nice. I guess not much to review. We're just controlling the center right away. My opponent is lacking on development, and that's the thing about the modern defense, right? That your opponent is just waiting for you to make moves, right? And sometimes as the white pieces, we tend to overextend. So here, one thing, just defend easily, right? So we need to already know what's coming next, right? So we're defending our pawn in the middle, we're defending with the knight, with the queen. So obviously my opponent is gonna go, well, actually, never mind. I guess he didn't go for that. But a classic move would be for your opponent to just go with the bishop here on g4, attacking your knight, and the idea is that they want to capture here and then just capture here, right? So that's a very common move. You just gotta know how to defend that move, because you're still hanging on to the pawn here, right? So for example, if we go with an idea like bishop here, how can we defend this pawn, right? We can consider going here, and if the knight moves here, we can defend it like this and stuff like that, right? So, or if this, we still go for bishop here. They'll probably take our bishop though. So we need to consider different lines, you know, like for example, if right now my opponent is thinking bishop g4, my first thought is just going with bishop here. Bishop here, and you may be thinking, oh, they can just capture your knight because you would capture with the queen, and then they just win a pawn in the end. But my idea will be, if I bring my bishop here and if they pin my knight and I bring my bishop here, if they capture, I will capture with the pawn, have ideas of bring the bishop here, queen here, castle long, and go for an open attack of the rook files. So you can try to change your plans according to, you know, what is going on. So here my opponent just goes e5. I guess I can consider capturing here, but why capture there? I can just push this forward. So here we have to be careful, right? Because here, if I just capture the knight, takes, my knight has to move. I guess that's actually pretty good. And that's something that I didn't really consider much during the game. And how can they defend it? I guess they can defend it like, if this, knight here, queen here, maybe. But then I guess there are ideas of, okay, can we play it here? Let's see. Let's go over analysis so we can make moves. So let's see, and we can open the engine to see what the suggestion is. Okay, so the suggestion, what did I play next? I played for this move. So the suggestion here, Lichess works a little bit different on chess.com. I guess you can change it up. I haven't really messed around with this. Oh, I guess you have more, you can add more lines. I didn't know that. Okay, I guess we're discovering things together. But it says the best move is just bishop e3. Second best move is bishop d3. This one here. Okay, so there's some ideas. If it gets too messy now, we can just clean it up, remove the engine. But I was kind of considering what happens if we go here. When we go in analysis, we can kind of go like this, right? So I guess turn this on. Is this a bad move? Oh, it says it's not too bad of a move. You can capture here, takes, I'm thinking. Oh, look at this. This is a nice move. I didn't think about that right away. Remember I said, look, we just go knight here. If we go knight here, they can just bring even their queen here to defend if they want. But look at this. Now, reviewing with the engine, we can see that the better move is just knight b5. And how do they defend this pawn? They can't, you know? So it says knight here. Would you take your time with bishop here probably to defend this? You can even go here. You can even go here. Wow, look at this. It says bishop d3, but then if the knight moves. So I'm thinking bishop d3, knight here, and then if you move the bishop, I wonder if there's queen there. If you go here, then there's this, but then they win the rook. So again, you know, importance of reviewing with the engine is this is the reason why we should always review our games, because it gives us ideas of how to play better, how to find better moves, you know, how to be more precise with our moves. And like so far, I hope you guys are learning a little bit here, because I'm learning a lot already. It's not rushing for the pawn, but sometimes it's putting a little pressure. But you gotta be careful, because if your opponent is able to hang on to the pawn and you cannot keep your advantage of, you know, like being a pawn up or something, then what's the point, right? So we need to be precise, but at the same time, we cannot just focus solely in one square of the board, you know. Sometimes we gotta, I mean, at the end of the day, it's chess, right? So we have to do what we can with what we got, but at the same time, try to be as precise as we can, so that our opponent, you know, feels the pressure, right? We want to win. That's the whole point. We all want to win. At the end of the day, we want to win, man. Okay, so I guess we're getting some ideas, right? So here, I can capture, I guess, and, you know, this move will be very nice. So, but I went for this because now my opponent captures here, and we should be fine. So here, what did I do? Just bishop there, attacking, just attacking. The knight now takes. I took with the pawn. So I guess, I mean, obviously you can just take with a queen, and that's a move that, let's see what the engine wants. It says queen takes f3 is the best move, of course, because you don't damage your structure. But then right away I'm seeing this move, and of course the engine is showing the arrow, but that is a very strong move, which is annoying, opens the files, you know. They don't even want to attack it. If they attack, maybe capture with a bishop. Oh, capture with a knight, because you want to go for the knight here. Just get rid of the bishop pair, and you get to keep the bishop pair. Okay, there's some ideas there. That's nice. And it says like knight here. Computers, man. Okay, so we can kind of get rid of this and try to play on our own for a little bit. But here I decided to just go with this pawn. And let's see what the computer does. It like it. It says plus 0.1, so not too bad. From 0.5 to this. But my plan is I just want to move my bishop here, king up, and then just start pushing these pawns forward and go for an attack. And then after that, let's just remove this because it gets messy, right? So castles, bishop there, pawn up, and now I'm thinking I can capture that pawn, but then if I capture, you know, I mean, maybe with a knight, I'll probably capture, bishop takes, and I just got rid of my bishop pair for no reason. So I'm just gonna come here, knight, try to maybe attack it, and I want my opponent to just go for the pawn here, f4. So f4, I would probably think bishop here, king here, and then there's nothing that can get through this position, right? King up here, it's super safe. I can always move my knight and then reroute my bishop or just start pushing these pawns forward or something. I have different plans. But my opponent didn't go for that. Just one bishop there. And now I'm pinning the knight. And now I'm getting ready to get rid of the knight. And my opponent tries to trade the bishop here. I just went for this move. Let's see what the engine wants. Oh, h4, and that's actually the one that I played. So my bishop takes, and now the nice thing about this one is that my rook can go into it's in the open file pretty much, right? So we're just targeting a very nice weakness for us, h7. After this, my opponent just locks everything in there. I would consider actually capturing here, as the suggestion says, because you want to just open up the king. If I take with the knight or something, you're still targeting something weak here. So I would definitely consider capturing here as black pieces. After that, I just brought my king up. Okay, now I see. So I went king e2. The suggestion is king d2. And now we can think about it. It makes sense. King d2 is better because king d2, we come here and we don't block our bishop. So let's say we move our rooks and then we can bring the bishop this way in the future for some reason, right? So we can do that. The reason why I didn't go there was because if for some reason there is this move and then there's always queen checks or pins and things. So I didn't like it because of that, but at the same time, just what I did just blocks my bishop. So to move my bishop, I have to move my queen, then my bishop, and you know. So maybe not the most accurate, but it is what it is. We're learning here. So here I was thinking right away maybe rook here, but then after the knight moves, I need to defend this one, right? So I went for the rook defending the pawn first, and now my opponent goes for the break. Do I care about the break? No, I don't. So I'm gonna try to stack the rooks. Takes. I obviously take with the e-pawn because I'm ready to sacrifice this bishop at one point, or I want to infiltrate my knight. But I definitely want to sacrifice my bishop here at one point, maybe double up, sacrifice, and that's just a checkmate. So bishop there, I don't want to trade the bishop. And then knight takes, and then how can I stop knight from coming to d4? Right, so I just block with the knight. Takes. If the knight goes there, I have to capture this knight. After takes, do I care about that pawn? No, I don't. I just double up my rooks. My plan is now if my opponent captures this pawn, now I am in. My rook is in there, like just ready to fork or skewer the king and win the queen. Or after this, ready to capture this pawn. You know, so that's a more important pawn than this one. My opponent defends. Do I care about anything here? So here, by the way, and obviously you can see the move that I played. The move that I played was rook h7. And we can analyze why that move works, but try to find the best move in the position, which is not the one that I made. And from the tone, you might start thinking of a nice, really nice move. It's a brilliant move, of course. I missed it, and I guess I had like 7 minutes on 44 on the clock. But yes, so the move that you might have wondered a little bit, and I hope you found the full line, is queen sacrifice on g6. So this is the reason why we have to review our games, because we might think, oh, we played this move, it's perfect, amazing, you know? But then there are better moves that would have been more precise even, you know, even better. And that's how we get better, finding those moves with a little bit of help, you know, analyzing our games and things like that. So queen sacrifice is the best move in this position because the pawn cannot capture the queen. If the pawn captures the queen, we have the check, mate, and the mate is because of our pawn here blocking the escape squares for the king. So that's why the queen cannot be captured back. So here, probably the best move is, I don't know, let's see what the best move is. Just king rook block, and after the rook block, you have, I think, the move queen here. Is it? Let's see. Yeah, queen a6, and then the king has a couple of squares. Best move, it says king hh to delay any checkmates, but now you just have, as you're seeing the suggestion, just like g6, very nice move, just checkmate in 7, unstoppable. Now you're ready to do some sacrifices and things like that. So let's look at it through. So it says best move is just queen here to delay everything. Check. It says, ooh, incredible move, man. It says queen takes e7 first. I mean, you can obviously win the queen like this, but even better is this one. So this one continues the checkmate, because now if rook takes rook, what do we have? Queen check here. Only move. Check. Check. And we can do, no, we have to just do another queen, and that's a checkmate. No, almost. Checkmate here. Anyway, it can be any queen. So in the game, and we can go back, in the game I played rook sacrifice, which if it's queen sacrifice is checkmate in 10, but I went for rook sacrifice, which is just more material. And we can see the lines here, what happened in the game. My opponent captured, I took with the queen, rook blocked, check, rook block, and the thing is, like here, the king can only go to f8, right? Because the rook is blocking the whole, is covering the whole file. If the king goes here, that's just checkmate in 2, because the rook has only move, and then just checkmate like this, right? So here my opponent has to block with the rook, and then I just have a subtle move. Let's see. I just went for this one. I guess apparently that's not the best move. Oh, let's see what the best move is. So queen h6. Queen h6 ready to go for checkmate. If you go here, queen h8 check. Check. Can you take this? You probably can't, because then there's rook here, and then checkmate. There we go. I see. Okay, so that's why. So even within the nice plays, you can still like get some help from the engine to like see what you can do better for next games, or consider for next games, right? So these are just getting ideas. I just want you to get used to the idea of reviewing your games and getting those ideas, because that's how we improve, you know, that's how we improve. And I'm glad that some of my viewers from the live stream got to enjoy the opportunity of reviewing games together as a community, and they're seeing progress. I mean, a lot of my viewers, I guess bragging, because they're awesome. They're very strong players. I mean, they might be in like the 500 level and things like that, you know, like 800, 900, 200. Some of them are stronger too, you know, 1700. But all these people are amazing, and it's amazing to see how people get better, become stronger, you know, their progress, seeing all these things. It's amazing, because we're all here to help each other out, right? So I want you to also improve. I want you to get to your goals, reach those milestones that you've been setting up for the New Year's resolution. Yeah, I want you to improve. So I'm trying to do my best to help everyone out with what I know, you know, with what helped me. And as I guess, like for the future videos coming up, I guess on Saturdays, I'll try to come up with a video where I'll talk about what helped me reach my different milestones, right? My first one was getting to 1200, then I guess 1500, then 17, 2000 was a big milestone, and then after that 2200. And right now we're still working on getting to 2300, which we're so close. But we can do it if we review together, if we gather ourselves with strong players and also passionate players about the game and good people. All these viewers are amazing people, you know. So let's just finish up real quick here. My next move was just pawn up because the rook is pinned. The queen defended, but I just captured the rook with check. Queen takes. And obviously here I have, let's see, I think I have different ideas, but I can literally go here, just rook here. Because if the king takes, I can just capture the queen. And if the king just moves here, I just have checkmate in one. So I missed it there, even though I have time to think. I didn't use my time there, so I just went for this check first. And after this, I took the pawn, queen covers, and then I went for the rook here. And the king captured, and then my opponent resigned in this position. So we still won, but it could have gone better. And why do we want it to be better? Because we want to defeat stronger players. Yes, we won a game, and you might have won a game against someone in the level that you are right now, and that's fine, you know. But our goal is that we want to be stronger. So how can we be stronger? I mean, obviously we can play against stronger players, but also we can learn a little bit each time on where to improve. We want to improve, so that's what's going to help us be stronger players, defeat stronger players. So I hope you really found this video helpful. I hope you liked it. And I hope I see you on the live streams on Tuesdays. The information is on the description below. And by the way, please join the Discord channel. We have a Discord server where you can share your games. And those games we're reviewing them on the live stream. And it's a community. Surround yourself with good people that also enjoy the game of chess. And I hope we all succeed in the end with our goals. We need to reach all those goals. Post in the comment section below, what is your goal for this year? What rating do you want to reach this year? And hopefully, as we stated, as we write it down, we'll get there. Okay? So, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.